Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day number 9 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A 48-state, 4-year ride for addiction recovery awareness. Each day we pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and the whole end goal is to build a rehab. And this is state number 43, Arizona, on Route 66, the Mother Road, Main Street, USA. And it's all to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, Celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you and talk to you and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So I'm here at the Roadway Inn in Kingman, Arizona. Yesterday's video, yesterday's Facebook post, so many of you responded. It has been crazy catching it up. Thank you, every one of you who donated, who messaged me, who just let me know you're thinking about me and praying for me as I'm out here riding. There are no worries at this point. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of support that I got in the last 12 hours from going to bed last night and waking up this morning. It's unbelievable. Not only that, but on top of that, it's 65 degrees outside, and I'm going to have a tailwind all day. Like, even the things that, you know, I pray about that nobody else can fix or help or do anything about, He's done for me today. It's just one of those days where the struggle of the last 8 days in the desert, and not that I'm not still in the desert, but the Mojave Desert was actually, you know, it's called a desert for a reason. But, you know, like, just the struggle to have it, you know, accumulate and become what the blessing has been today. It's overwhelming. It's supernatural. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you who helped take all my fear away. Like, it's crazy. You know, I can't really explain how it feels to be out here on a bicycle, dead ending with my funds. Like, it's just, I never know how it's going to work. Like, I don't ever have money to get back home if it just all stopped. And, you know, the devil's always there whispering, you know, with that, did God really say 48 states? Did God really tell you to do these rides? You know, it's hard, but God shows up every time. And He's like, yes, this is the path I want you on. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Another thing, I'm in Mountain Standard Time, but Arizona does not do daylight savings time. So it's still Pacific time where I'm at, all the way across the state. Still 2 hours behind the fam. I thought that was over. I thought I was now an hour back and everything was going to be great. I mean, everything's great anyway. It's just a little bit harder when I'm finishing my day at, you know, 10 o'clock and it's midnight at home. Either way, part of the minor struggles, the push through the 16-hour days, they'll all be over with soon. And I was even listening to each morning after, you know, my prayer and devotion, and I listen to some worship music. But then, like, I'll listen to just my normal music, like stuff that I ride, and I'm a radio, you know, I just listen to all kinds of things. But I've been listening to Rascal Flatts' Life is a Highway every morning. Well, the next song that came on was The Climb by Miley Cyrus. And that was a song that I was using. I was putting one AirPod in Liam's ear when we were climbing some of those first mountains and hills, where I was saying, look, it's not about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. And so, yeah, that got me today. God ministered to me through that, song. I know it's secular. Don't judge me. But it was good. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get on the road into this beautiful fall weather. Not a cloud in the sky. And see what God's got for us out here in Kingman, Arizona. I think actually on the way today, I have to go through an Indian reservation. So I've got to make 58 miles. It's 3,000 feet of climb. But I think there's some cool things along the way. And I have found a spot that I can just stealth camp from satellite as soon as the Indian reservation's over, if I can't go any farther. That's like 58 miles from here. So you can camp on the Indian reservation land, but you have to talk to Fish and Game like Christina Dzwonkowski from Wisconsin was, or is. You have to talk to them and pay $37.50 a night to just stealth camp their land. And so, if at all possible, I would like to just get through so I don't have to pay any money to camp. But we'll see. We'll see what God's got for us, and you'll see more of that right about now. Alright, so I won't be getting a Big Mac, but I am going to go in here and get a breakfast plate. I passed my first cycle tourist on the trip. His name was Mick, and he has been riding most of the same route that I'm taking. He made a big detour for the Grand Canyon and Monument Valley, and so we were able to kind of chat about how that's where I'm going to finish and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm super hungry, so I'm going to go eat and get back on the road, and you'll see more of that right about now. Alright, so I stopped here at Byers Convenience Store in Valley Vista, and the most interesting thing happened. So I try to be gospel-focused, gospel-oriented in every conversation that I have. I was on Facebook and just responding to comments and doing things, and a guy walked up, talked to me about riding the bike, and had a conversation with me, but it was really short. He was walking into the store, and then on the way out I was just so focused on the phone I really wasn't paying too much attention. Like him walking back over, and he brought me an answer track about, would you like to know God personally? And I was like, I am so sorry, I did not have the full conversation with you about what I'm doing. And, we got to have a really good time there, but I just think it's really neat how God keeps me on my toes. Like, when I fall short, that was one of those situations. Look, I'm out here 8 hours a day, and then working on a video for 4 at the end of the night. Like, it's hard to do it all right all the time. I make mistakes, but every time God's there with a little gentle nudge saying, hey, I still love you. Don't forget what you're doing. Good stuff. So I'm here at Antares Point Ranchero, home of Gigantus Heticus. There's Gigantus Heticus. It seems that a lot of the Route 66 places would have some thing that would be their claim to fame. This is not, however, Tow Mater. There's another one that's, I think, in Kansas. It is the actual truck that the Disney people saw when they said, oh wow, this could be, one of the cars. So anyway, I'm gonna go inside, check everything out, and then just kind of walk around. I parked my bike in the shade. It's the only shade I could find, but it's right next to an actual old telephone booth. Cool stuff. Let's go check it out. Herbie the Love Bug. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I know that's dating me, but
Oh, look, there's even Betty Boop. It turns out this place has been here since 1962. Started out as a way station, gas station, restaurant, and the owner that has it now bought it in 2000, I think is what he said. So, pretty neat. Went ahead and got a couple stickers for the bike, so you'll see those going on soon. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on pedaling down the road. Let's go. Alright, so this is a Hackberry General Store, and the Pixar group definitely took a lot of inspiration from the store there in Radiator Springs from this place. So much nostalgia, so many stickers, so much going on here. I'm definitely going to go inside and check it out. Hackberry General Store. Pretty cool. Alright, so I found a Joshua tree. Look, it's got bark on it. Like it's a tree. I had no idea. I always saw this part and thought, you know, it's like a palm. But it's not. It's a hard, like, wood tree. Hence the name tree. Alright, as the train goes by here, I was just thinking, you know, this is a really unfair trade. It's either a really good watch or some really terrible trucks. I'd like to find out who decided to make this deal. Alright, so I'm climbing. I'm going through all these flat iron tight mountains all around. And I'll zoom in on one here so you can see it. But it's really a strange environment to be in. But as I was climbing this hill, I looked over to my right and there's a white house. And it's got like stone steps next to it and then like a stone castle over, you know, adjacent to it on the property. The stone castle has AC, like air conditioning, run to it. It looks like, you know, that used to be Route 66 based on where the roads go in here. I'm not sure, but I don't have any idea what that is. I didn't see anything about that in the couple of YouTube videos I watched. So anyway, if you do, I'd like to know, because it looks really strange to have these giant, like, civilian conservation corps stone. You know, I've seen it all over the United States, but just to see a foundation and a castle is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm trying to get to lunch, so let's go. All right, so I just stopped here at the Gas and Grub. I think that's the order it's in. It's backwards on my screen, but I think that's right. Wind still blowing, tailwind. Beautiful, beautiful ride today. Everything opened up from desert into prairie with like these iron top. I'm just on this huge plateau with these iron top mountains around. It is stunning. And with, you know, a 20-mile-an-hour tailwind, it's nice. I've got 20 miles left to go to get off of the Indian Reservation. I'm not on it yet. It's the Wallapay, I think is how it's pronounced. I'm in Truxton, but I'm gonna head up. It's 9 miles and 700 feet of climb into the first town, Peach Springs. And that's slap in the middle of the Wallapay Reservation, and then it's another 9 miles and 900 feet of climbing, 1,600 total over the next 20 miles to get out. It's essentially like 2 big hills and 2 plateaus. If I can make it all the way through, I just talked to some bikers, Mark, a guy I met on the side of the highway back here, and I was planning on camping at Grand Canyon Campground, Grand Canyon Caverns Campground. But they're having like a huge motorcycle rally where they have a party and a bonfire and they like burn motorcycles. It's somewhere I'd love to go. Don't get me wrong, I have no checks about it at all. But I would not sleep. Like, it would be so loud all night, I would not be rested for tomorrow. So there's just no way. That's not something I can cross off my list. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna like get off the res and stealth camp. That's really all I know I can do. It'll be another 20. There will be no dinner tonight, and there will be no breakfast in the morning, because it'll be another 20 miles, 22 miles before I can even get to all that. So I'll probably stay up tonight working on the video, get it done, wake up tomorrow morning and just beat feet, because it's going to be another 20-mile-an-hour south wind tomorrow, and I'm going to be kind of angled south. Anyway, having some great conversations. Everything really at the Arizona border has changed from Kingman to here. Has changed from like me being, I get just nasty looks like I'm part of the problem, I guess is the best way to put it. All through California I just got nasty looks. It was crazy. Now like people, I'm an oddity again. Like people are stopping me and talking to me, and you know, it's pretty neat. So just a peaceful day, good ride, but I got to keep moving these pedals if I'm going to get there soon enough. Another thing with stealth camping in this prairie land is I don't want to get there too early, because if I get there too early, I'm just sitting in the sunlight. Like right now, I've got a tree blocking me, but there's not really that many trees out, so yeah, a lot of planning. But either way, I'm gonna keep rolling. You'll see more of that right about now. Alright, so I rolled in here to the Wallapay Market, an internet cafe, and their deli guy didn't show up today. So, there's no sandwiches or anything. The other place... is... Here, see a train. Okay, the other place is the hotel across the street, but their food is pretty expensive from what it looks like online, and their rooms are $200 a night. So, looks like I'll be roughing it on the way out of here. Got 9 miles and 900 feet to climb, so not too bad. It's 5 o'clock. I got enough time to, you know, get off the res, just pull over immediately after the sign and find a spot to put the tent down. So that's what I'm gonna do. You'll see more of that right about now. Oh, by the way, this is the old Shell gas station across the street. And there's the old trading post is right down there. I didn't even notice that until I saw it on the screen just now. Looking at that crazy train. They're going to LA, so I mean, they're every 15 minutes. It's not like I'm trying to time trains for you guys or anything. It's really just that many trains. It's crazy. Alright, so a little ways back I took a video of that flower that was just growing through the concrete, and it's amazing to me how life always finds a way. But then I came up on this sign. Elk. That would be fabulous if I could see an elk out here at golden hour, or even camp with one. I tell you what, that would be icing on the cake for this day. For sure. This has been a lot of climbing and a lot of miles. But, yeah, that would be super neat. Okay, so first of all, before I do anything else, I want to thank each and every one of you that donated today. Oh my goodness. I've never seen that happen on the cycle tours ever. I can remember in Oregon one time, I put a Facebook, hey, I'm down to the end, and like $600 came in, and it was crazy. But I just had a chance to check my messages and like tally up everything. $1,300 is what all of you donated together, from $10 donations to $200 donations. Unreal. I mean, I spend about $1 a mile travel-wise. That doesn't include the bike or travel, getting to and from like train trips and stuff, like just the riding. It takes me about $1 a mile in food, and camping and hotel costs. On average, there are sections of the United States where that's been higher, and there's been sections where it's been lower, but that's kind of like the middle zone. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm still a little bit stunned. It's not coming through well. Overwhelmed. There's just, I don't even know a word for how I feel right now other than thankful. So thank you so much. So with that, I got a gorgeous sunset here. That is the sign that says entering Wallape Indian Reservation. I just came this way past it, so I've just exited it. There's some signs right here that say access to these lands, hunting lands. You got to get a permit. I'm not on the other side of that fence. It actually even says no vehicle through route. You have to walk on if you're going to hunt. There's nothing out here but Route 66. There is traffic, but I think it's going to be okay. Look at that sky. I'm telling you, I'm up there. This has got to be over a mile. I mean, it's close to it if it's not. I've climbed all day long. But yeah, crazy good day. I'm going to end the video here. If you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description. That Popple link has all the ways that you can find me. Redeeming Eden Social, all the ways that you can donate. The International Gospel Outreach nonprofit link. Again, thank you so much for everyone that donated today. That's wild. I've never seen that happen in a day. Like, that's crazy. Y'all are so awesome. Thank you. But it's got everything there that you need to find me. So, thank you so much, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. Every one of you that is liking every video, commenting on every video, sharing every video, and those of you that are subscribed to the YouTube channel. I am so thankful. None of this, 43 states, would not have been possible without you guys following along and keeping me company on these crazy rides into the middle of absolutely nowhere on some of the gorgeous, most gorgeous land that the United States has to offer that I get to show each and every one of you every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, from here on the side of Route 66, just outside of the Hualapai Indian Reservation in state number 43, Arizona, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.